Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Danny from Joystick Junkies on Out of the Box Sports. I'm just waiting for a guest. Evan won't be with us one more week. He'll be with us next week, so we look forward to having Evan on. But I'm just waiting for a guest here, so I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be talking about Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, kind of like a nerdy game. But I'm into games like that, but Hogwarts Legacy obviously is about Harry Potter. You're not Harry Potter. It's more the lore. I think it's like 100 years after or before the movies and the books. I've seen all the movies. I've read all the books, to be honest. Eileen says hi there. Hello, how are you? Hogwarts Legacy is basically an RPG game. You basically, you know, you learn magic. You learn spells. You get friends, and it's like and you use like physics, and you have to really have to. The combat is really like kind of difficult. It's actually not as easy as I thought. It's not a kids game like people think it is. It's more on the more mature side. I think just based on the combat. Um, it's an open world game. It's based in Hogwarts. The graphics are incredible on it. They did a really great job. Great job with the open world. Great job with the graphics. Great job with the characters. I think the voice acting is really good. And then the like I said, the characters, how they look very realistic. And I thought they've done an incredible job with this game. It's something I thought I would never play. Um, because mostly kids read that stuff, or play with that stuff. But I like that type of stuff. I like an open world game. I like games with good graphics, good story. The combat is rather complex, surprisingly, which is pretty good because the game is $70. So on next gen systems, I play on next gen. I don't play on last gen. So everything is $70, $80. So for the amount of money you spend, it's actually pretty. It's worth it. I think it's pretty solid. The main character in the game, you basically start out going to a destination, and then all havoc wreaks, and then you have to like dig your way out of that, and then you end up at Hogwarts in a fifth year. You end up learning magic and spells and all that type of stuff in the Harry Potter lore, and they've done a great job, so far. And I've only played like 25% of the game, not even, and it's pretty solid. It's the story's really excellent. I think that they need to have some DLC for it, which I haven't really looked up any DLC. I think it'd be a perfect opportunity to extend the life of the game. Like I said, the graphics are great. Learning the magic, learning the spells is fun. It's a fun game to kick back, relax, and just play. Rather than getting all competitive online or something like that. Me, I'd rather just kick back and play a game and relax rather than you know play online multiplayer shooter or something like that. Unless you have like good squads to play with. Me, I'd rather a single player campaign where I can build my character. Unlock stuff for your character. Get loot. Those are the types of games that I enjoy. Some people don't enjoy them as much, but stuff like Diablo 3, where you get loot. Stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2, you get loot. Same with Destiny 2. The same with a lot of shooters like that. So yeah, I just started playing the game like a week, a week and a half ago, and it is quite addicting, especially late at night. Um, some people are not too happy with me that I'm playing games late at night. So, um, but it's an addicting story. The combat's fun. The the story is fun. It's something to just put your time into. Me, I got a lot of time on my hands. Now that the Ranger season's all over with, and we're just getting before OTAs, gets a little bit slow. You got the long baseball season, My Braves are doing awesome, but that's off topic. Um, gaming wise, I was playing MLB The Show again, and I'll talk a little bit about MLB The Show. See if my guest shows up. Uh, but MLB The Show is just awesome. We're talking about Harry Potter, but I'm getting off on a little tangent here. It's just a fun game. Like the moments you can play. I've been playing the Road to October, where you take a team and you play all the key moments of the team. Uh, you know, it's such a fun game, and you know now the hockey season's over. Now I'm not focused on the Rangers anymore. It's gonna be a totally different season next season. So I've been really playing the show. I will be the show 23, and I get live on free on Game Pass, which is awesome. Harry Potter, this game I had to buy unfortunately, but I haven't bought a game in a long time, so I said, forget it. I'll try it out, see how it is. It's pretty fun. You got to broaden your horizons, play stuff you never thought you would. Um, especially have a lot of time on my hands. Maybe in the future I'll be working full time, but that's a whole nother thing to talk about. And so I have a lot of time on my hands, so I'm gonna review games, play games. Me and Evan have Joystick Junkies from on out of the box. So I got to start coming up with a streaming schedule for Joystick Junkies Live Play Twitch channel, which will be up and running soon, probably this month, hopefully. We're going to come up with a schedule, play all kinds of games, sports games, RPGs, shooters. Even if I'm not good at it, I'll play it. We can also play old school games, classic games, maybe some old school Red Dead Redemption, the first one. So that's going to be coming pretty soon to Joystick Junkies because we want to broaden our horizons, like I said. Our sponsors, Joy Monkey Cold Coffee. They make a wonderful flavor gourmet infused coffees. Um, their mission. Um, they lost someone very close to us to cancer in 2019. Robin Ray uh, Larson. Our colors made it our personal mission to honor and remember her by helping others. For every bag of Monkey Cold coffee sold, we will be making a donation to the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation in her name. Please remember Robin Ray Larson and help kids with cancer and donate to the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation. Also, get your Monkey Cold coffee at monkeycoldcoffee.com. Use the promo code OTB Sports at the checkout to get 10% off. Join the cult of flavor infused coffee. They make a chocolate bourbon uh, uh, infused coffee. They also make a toasted almond rum coffee, which is delicious. So check out monkeycoldcoffee.com today. Get 10% at the checkout. Each sale goes to the National Pediatric Foundation at naionalpcf.org. monkeycoldcoffee.com. Eileen asks, what made you decide to pick up the Harry Potter game? I'll say I like open world games. I like games with combat. This game has combat in it, surprisingly. I wouldn't say it's exactly made for kids, but it's not too bad. But I really like open world RPGs, and that's kind of what this game is. And I love games with really good graphics, and I like the style of game. I play a lot of games like it, and I like fantasy and mystery and that kind of stuff, and so I always like that kind of stuff as well. So it's a good open world game to kill time. I think that I play so many games, so I'll play that a little bit. I'll play Diablo 3 a little bit. I'll play MLB The Show 23. NHL 23, Ghostwire, um, Mafia 1 and 2 remastered, old school sports games from like Genesis and PS2 and PS1. Come to think of it, I need to hook up my original Xbox. But yeah, I was supposed to have a guest that knows a lot more about the lore of Harry Potter. I can't say I know a lot about the lore because I've only read a few of the books and mostly seen the movies and played the game. So, so I have no questions to bounce off somebody else about it. It's always better when you have two people rather than one. Talk about a game that some people, it's not their thing. It's more of a nerdy game than like a game a lot of people play. But what can I say? I like to dabble in every type of game. Watch all kinds of sports, the same thing. Yeah, but Hogwarts Legacy, I think like I said, I think they've done an excellent job on the game. I think that it's a good open world game. The combat is solid. The story is solid. And I thought they did a much better job than people thought they would. People thought it would flop because a lot of times you make a game about a movie, it really doesn't go that well. It's kind of like that with like some of the Lord of the Rings games, the Mortal Kombat movie, game to movie. I will say The Last of Us game to show was very good. Um, the Walking Dead games are good, but it's not that easy to replicate something, from TV to a game and from game to TV. Obviously, it took all the other stuff from the books, and I like J.K. Rowling, so the author. So that's another reason I got the game. Another game I play sometimes is NBA 2K23, but I haven't touched it since I have MLB The Show 23. PGA Tour. I love that game, and those Tiger Woods PGA Tour games were awesome. They were they were so fun, all the way like from like '06 through like 2014. Man, he made some good golf games, and this golf game that I play, PGA Tour, uh, 20 EA 23 is it's an excellent game. It's very realistic. It's more arcadey than 2K23 is. 2K23 is probably a little more difficult, I would say. But the way they did Augusta, the new EA golf game, is unbelievable. Like it looks unbelievable, and to see EA Golf, it was great back then to see it like in 4K graphics. They did have a 60 FPS patch because these days there's no excuse not having 60 frames per second, especially in a sports game. Anything with motion, you want 60 frames. Man, I think my desk got lost in Hogwarts Village or something like that. Yeah, but is there any other games anyone's been playing? Like me, like I said, I play everything. Also, Evan, who's on with me all the time, will be back next week. He plays everything. We've talked about all kinds of stuff: Assassin's Creed games, the old school college football games. We should definitely do the wrestling games. I know Eileen likes the wrestling games. She might like that. Like comparing the old school wrestling games to the new ones. Because I would like to try the new one, the WWE 2K23, which they did another excellent job on. But you can only play so many games. Yeah, so Harry Potter is basically an open world game. You do magic. You have to learn when to time certain spells and get through certain certain blocks, certain protections, that type of stuff. It's very strategic. You have to be kind of on your toes. The only thing I don't like about it, there's no difficulty setting. Like you can't really set a difficulty. So if it's too easy for you, there's no difficulty you could really change it to make it more challenging. Because there are a lot of people who like to torture themselves. This is MLB The Show looks fun. Yep, the Braves kicking the Yankees' ass, kind of fun. No, I think they play in July, June or July actually. But the show is fun because it's so realistic. It looks realistic. Yeah, I think the past 3 years they've done an incredible job with it, especially next gen, especially able to build your own stadium, which I don't have the patience for. I get like quarter way through. Screw this. I'm not building this stadium. I just want to play baseball instead. I'll do like the online home run derby. That's a lot of fun. The online home run derby, powers like over 100 for some players. Like it goes up and down. But if you play it offline, it's all like the the stats that the game implements, like what they think, how good the players are with power. No one goes over 100. So when you play online, you can play with like the guys that have like 121 power, and stuff like that. It's fun playing with the classic players on the show. They had the whole Negro League thing, which is pretty awesome, and you play basically at different points in their career. I wish they would expand upon that mode. Hey, the Braves owe them a defeat for beating us twice. Stole two of our World Series. Damn Yankees. Oh man. It's all right. They won World Series in the 90s, so definitely some painful World Series, but they did get one. They beat Houston a couple years ago. Finally, again. Ken Fry hosted the Batcave. His daughter plays in a travel softball league, all girls travel softball league. They're looking for donations and sponsors to help cover travel and equipment for the upcoming year. Lining the field, maintenance fees, using the field itself. Um, Any donations will be greatly accepted as well. It's mentioned on Out of the Box Sports as a sponsor. You may reach out to Ken Fry directly or Paul Spencer on Out of the Box Sports. If you would like to donate to Not Your Average Janes, they're always looking, for help with fees and stuff like that. So help out Not Your Average Janes. Again, contact Ken Fry directly or Paul Spencer on Out of the Box Sports. Thank you for your kindness, and uh, the girls and the organization greatly thank you in advance. What do we got for sports tonight? It's totally off topic. I was playing sports games. Not my Rangers, definitely not. So I don't think I'm gonna be playing any video game hockey anytime soon. I'll probably get disgusted. Yeah, but has anyone else played Hogwarts Legacy or played any games lately or anything like that? Am I the only one playing games? I think it's just gonna be me tonight, everybody. That's all right. We will endure. Yeah, I've always liked it. I've always enjoyed it, but like I said, I have a lot of time on my hands. At least he says, but The Sims is your favorite. A lot of people like The Sims. I didn't play The Sims. I played Sim City a ton before The Sims. I said, like, I wish I could play Sims online for free. A lot of people would probably play it if it was online for free. It might be, but I don't. I can't say that I play The Sims. It's too time consuming. I'm not patient enough. Because you gotta create everybody and their personalities. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm done with this. I'm finished. But The Sims is very popular. In the NHL Draft Lottery, the Blackhawks got the number one pick. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, half the stuff I was going to say that tonight was supposed to be by somebody else, so you got to fill the time. That's good for them. So we're going to be looking for a new head coach. Maybe I'll do some franchise and see where the Rangers go after they fire Gallant. Which I thought was going to happen. That's what a lot of people do on AHL. They don't even play. They just sim everything. You do your franchise, you do all your roster stuff, but you sim everything else. I can't say the last time I went and played every single game in a season on console for like the sports games. Maybe college football. But the one we're talking about tonight is Hogwarts Legacy, the nerdiest games. But I like it, enjoy it, so I don't care. It's something I enjoy. But I enjoy tech and graphics in games, and graphics wise, it's excellent. I thought they could have done a little bit more reflections wise. They have a ray tracing mode, which I haven't tried yet. But typically something like that you want it to be smooth. The same with the sports games, like 60 frames a second should be a standard nowadays with these next gen consoles. I'll give you an example, like Redfall was released on Xbox, and that game's 30 frames a second. There's no excuse for that. You can't be being cheap like that. A system like that, game like that, you should be able to run it in 60 frames. That's the whole point of getting a next gen console. If it doesn't run in 60 frames, there's no point because the games still look great on last gen. The Xbox One X still looks great, The PS4 Pro still looks great, even though it sounds like it's going to take off. It sounds like a jet engine's going to take off. through the ceiling. Now, that's one thing about the Series X. I'm kind of rambling a little bit here. The Series X, it doesn't make that much noise. When you're playing a game or watching something, you don't really notice. The PS4 Pro makes a lot of noise. The PS4 5, I don't know. I don't have one, but I've heard it's not the quietest, even though it's cooled well. Maybe one day I'll get a PS5. Maybe one day. Other games I'm playing some mobile games like Bingo Blitz, Angry Birds 2, like that type of stuff. Yeah, if you were in like in Southeast Asia, Japan, that's where it's at. The handhelds is where it's at. That's what they way more than consoles. Here, a lot of people use handhelds, but the consoles are more prevalent here. So all those mobile games, get played by by the millions out over there. Yeah, but Hogwarts Legacy is a really good game. I've been playing that. I've been playing. Let's see. Yeah, I play it on Series X. Yeah, my PS4 Pro collects dust because Series X has Game Pass, and a lot of the games on there I'm just playing more on the Series X, and it's a next gen console, so it's gonna have the 60 frames a second in 4K or 120 frames a second. So my poor PS4 Pro is gathering dust. Eileen says the last one I had was PS2. Yeah, I don't have a PS2 anymore. I have a PS3. My old other PS4, my PS4 Pro, my Xbox One S, my One X. It's one other Xbox that I have. My original Xbox. PC. Yeah, exactly. Use a DVD player. Oh, I got this awesome DVD player. Oh, it's a PlayStation 2, but hey, it worked. Yeah, like I didn't have a DVD player back then when I had a PS2. I was like, oh, this plays DVDs? Oh, now I have a DVD player. PS2 was cool. It was like that. Just the opening when you turn the console on, it was just the coolest thing. Eileen says, I think I bought a PlayStation Go, but I never used it. You know what? I always wanted that one of the handhelds, like the PSP or the Vita, like one of those. I've heard the handhelds are pretty nice. If I had a handheld, I might play it more than an actual PlayStation 4. I wish I still had my PS2 and my original PlayStation, but I do not. Back in the days when you had memory cards. Oh, memory cards were the worst. I got my 8-bit megabit memory card, and it was 60 megabytes and 32. And you had to like, oh, where's my memory card for this game? Where's different memory cards for different games? Our sponsors here. 1-800-HURT-123. MVA slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. Contact Jason directly at 267-962-4895 or Mexico at 267-303-7324 for a free consultation. Mexico is in the Pittsburgh area, so give them a call for any claims in that area. They also have locations in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and surrounding areas, and then Philadelphia, PA, as well. So if you ever need any legal help, contact Jason Fine, also known as Attorney Big Al, at 267-962-4895. Go a little bit here before we finish up. Was expecting art to be on, but he probably had something to do. It's all good. But yeah, like I said, Harry Potter Legacy is a excellent open world RPG if you like that kind of stuff. If you like magic and that kind of stuff, I've always liked that. I've always liked the movies that are like that, about like magicians or magic and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend it. Um, I know my friend Art also recommends it. I haven't played any Quidditch yet. Haven't ridden a broomstick yet. Because you do combat like that and traverse the world. I've only been in one part of the map, but so far it's pretty excellent. Um, it's a lot of fun. Combat's fun. The game looks great. The story's really good. No, just Levioso. Eileen says it's single player, and yeah, the only ones that you learned so far are pull, like pull towards you. Levioso, which is levitate something. Fire, and then there's one where you can be invisible, and there's another repair one you can fix stuff with. But no, it's for now it's strictly single player, and me, I like that kind of game. I like something that's single player. It's more my pace. You know, multiplayer is more fast paced usually. Usually it's a shooter or Destiny or the Division 1 and 2, like that type of multiplayer game. I like that. PvE where you play with people versus others. Like in missions and stuff like that in worlds. Like I said, I'm not really a big multiplayer gamer, especially like if it's like NHL 23. I do the franchise, the tournaments. You could do EASHL though, which is the hockey league for you can go online and play with others. Um, in hockey games, tournaments, and leagues. But typically I'm playing single player on all those sports games. Like MLB The Show has Road to the Show, which is one of the best modes in the entire game. So you can't not play that. The same with NHL 23. I play the single player mode where you play as a player. Um, Madden, not as much because their stories are kind of lame. And Madden's kind of stale. It's been like the same copy of the game for a while now. Let's hope the new EA football, college football, is better than Madden, which I predict it's going to be. It always was. Like 14 was better than most of the Maddens from then to now. Like I said, I still play 14. So, and 14 is still a great football game. Yeah, they need to bring back the NCAA March Madness games. Uh, the NCAA tournament game. One of the last great ones was 10. Before we head out here, I just want to go over some of our shows. Mondays at 6 p.m. we welcome the Sully Squad. They will be on Mondays. Monday, 8 p.m. Joystick Junkies is us. Tuesdays, extra innings at 8 p.m. We talk baseball. Ken Fry, the Back Cave, 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday at 6:30, Dem 215 boys. Also on Wednesday at 8, College Football Frenzy. They talked about NFL. They'll be back in about 3 weeks. Thursday, 8 p.m. for Locker Room. Thursday at 10, 215 Fight Clubs, Boxing, UFC. Friday, Big Blue Power Hour again. Will be on Friday. Hopefully, everyone will be with me at 8 p.m. And Vegas Sports Scene, which is Ken Fry hosts. So always think out of the box. That's our weekly broadcast schedule. So check it out if you're interested. All right, well, since I don't have any, I'm not gonna be having a guest coming. I'm gonna end the stream here. Um, like I said, if you like open world games, you like Magic, you like stuff like that, check out Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's excellent. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I love that kind of stuff. So, but thank you for joining me here on Out of the Box Sports. This is Joystick Junkies. Uh, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, Evan will be on, and we'll talk some games. So, take care, everybody, and thank you for joining us.